The all-new 2020 CarbonPro 6.2-liter Denali from City GMC. Lighter, stronger, and more power when you need it. The CarbonPro features a composite truck bed that comes in 62 pounds lighter than a conventional steel bed. Its composite construction not only makes it much lighter, but much stronger. On the side, you'll see LED lighting under the rail, and at the front you'll see 3 cutouts and hold-downs for bikes. In 2020, GMC unveiled the Multi-Pro Tailgate. With the push of a button, the tailgate drops down. With the push of the other button, the lower section comes down, and the lower step is retracted for easy access. The lever is added to the left side, which allows you to grab on and get into the truck. Putting the tailgate back together is done with ease. Everything is spring-loaded and balanced to make it an effortless experience. The CarbonPro features a kicker sound system built into the tailgate. You'll be able to control all your music, as well as plug in USBs and auxiliary power. Let's take a look at the interior of this 2020 CarbonPro Denali from GMC. Everything you'd expect out of a Denali, high-end leather, stitching, everything well designed. They actually have some multi-grain leather this year and some new colors for 2020. Let's get into the key here, because there is no more key. Now everything is done with the push of a button. With the key remote in the vicinity, you can start and stop the truck with your foot on the brake. Let's move over to the parking brake. There is no more pedal. The parking brake is applied when you push the button, and it is released when you put your foot on the brake. This is really good on boat ramps or any kind of an incline. A lot of improvements on the 2020 instrument panel. We'll start with the lane departure. You move over a line, it will let you know what line you're moving over on your seat. It's pretty helpful actually. And parking warnings will let you know how close you're getting to curbs. One of the new things for 2020 is the start-stop technology. It's really impressive. You actually come to a stop sign and the motor turns off. And when you first feel it, you may feel like, oh wow, I just stalled this thing. You didn't stall it, that's part of the technology. When you give it gas, it instantly goes. There is no delay. You can also turn this on and off. Drop the tailgate with the push of a button now. And the hazard lights have been moved to the instrument panel, which I think is a very good thing, because I always felt like I was fumbling around the steering wheel. You have traction controls, AC connections, and you can actually set your mile per hour going down grades. It takes care of all of it. And now something new for 2020 is retractable steps. You can manually push them out and in right here. This truck has an AC plug-in, which is super helpful when you're camping. I use it to charge the boat up on the way to the lake. I put a battery charger back there and run an extension cord. That's always good. You have your cigarette lighter that you can plug things into. You have USB, big and small, that's good. And one of my favorite things is the trailer braking, which is now moved over to the right. And why is that so good? Because now the passenger, if something happened to the driver while towing, the passenger can reach over, squeeze the trigger, and bring the truck and trailer to a stop. One of the nice additions to the GMC trucks is the different modes that the truck can be driven in. Here you can see Tour, Sport, Off-Road, and Towing and Hauling. This not only changes the performance and torque of the entire drivetrain, but it also changes the suspension and how much the body rolls and how the truck goes over rocks and ruts and all that stuff. GMC has refined their HD backup camera by adding an overview camera that not only allows you to see where the truck is projected to go backwards, but where the front of the truck will swing. The wood grain texture on the GMC trucks now are matte and textured, which hide a lot more scratches than previous models.
We had a full day to go out and test the CarbonPro GMC Denali. Of course, everything I thought it would be. Very cool truck. There's some notables about it though that are very interesting, and that is the bed, of course. The CarbonPro, obviously the centerpiece is the carbon bed in the back. What is that? Well, that is the future of GMC, at least the top lines, I believe. And what's nice about it too is it's not just that it's lighter, it is stronger, a lot stronger. As they made the beds thinner to take some of the weight off the trucks, they dent easy, right? You put an engine back there, you put anything heavy, bricks, whatever, it will dent the back of a steel bed. Well, this is different. This is almost indestructible. I mean, I've seen tests where they take bats to them and stuff. So that's really nice. Of course, also they have some cool cutouts for bikes, and they have some new tie-down loops in the back. That's neat. Overall, this is a high-end truck, and I gotta tell you that. It is a gas truck, it's a 6.2 liter, but it is unbelievably fast and quick, and that in large part has to do with the new transmissions that they put into the GMCs. They are 10-speed as opposed to the old 6-speed, and it wakes everything up. I mean, when you get on the gas, it is get up and go, and I'm not just saying that, it really is fast. And obviously that's going to help in everything from towing to going up grades to anything that, you know, would require shifting of gears, right? It's just a noticeably different, it's a huge improvement. I mean, the transmission alone is worth an upgrade on all the new GMC trucks. I mean, if you have like I have a 16 right now, and after driving this, I'm like, whoa, man, that's a big difference, and it is a big difference. So definitely some improvements on the 2020 GMCs, and of course, this thing, the CarbonPro 6.2 liter, is just outstanding.
In 2020, GMC increased the size of the trucks, adding 3 inches of legroom in the back. Riders in the back will now have their own air vents, USB connections, and heated seats. This year, GMC implemented some new cargo compartments. This allows you to put electronics or anything you want out of sight in the passenger seats. The added 3 inches to the rear seats is really noticeable when you flip the seats up. On the bottom, you'll see a curb that now segregates the floorboard from the jack area. The new GMC trucks move the wireless charging for smartphones forward, a big improvement as the driver now can see the phone without having to look over their right arms. And now, of course, the wireless charging fits the supersized phones. That's a big improvement. The 6.2 liter GMC CarbonPro is a great addition to the GMC lineup. The idea that gas motors can't compete with diesel engines is kind of getting a little thinner now that they're refining their start-stop technology, the way they save fuels on these things, the amount of torque they're getting with these 10-speed transmissions. So it's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely worth taking a test drive down at Motor City.